Now, I have made a video on this ship before, and in that video I said that I would play it more and then make a follow-up video on it, which of course I've never actually done. Um, so whoops. Honestly, like, first impressions are a lot, and that first impression that I had of this ship was not amazing. I mean, it was okay, I guess, and it's also like the only game I've played in the ship, which doesn't help. But I haven't played it since then until the recording of this video. So this is about to be, well, technically my third. Like the game that right before here that I played lasted like fucking 5 minutes. Well, technically it was like 6 or 7 minutes, but the game itself lasted like there was like 5 minutes of actual fighting, and it was a very depressing game. So I was like, you know what? I'm just not even going to bother with that. And I hit end record, and here we are again. So anyway, uh, let's see here. There's no CVs, so that's fun. There is a bastard child, I believe. I think it's the Illinois. Is the one that has the 8-inch guns, but whatever. That's a CV bastard child right there. We have a Des Moines, an Amalfi that has sap. Both of those are going to be nasty in their own ways. Shimakaze, Summers, Holland, that all outspot me, and two submarines because Wargaming World. So all in all, not great matchmaking. Let's see. I don't even remember the spec I have, this particular spec that I have on this ship. I don't remember if it runs double concealment or not. I know it definitely has Fearless Brawler, but I don't know if there's, if it has, what's it called? Um, Concealment Expert on it. So I honestly have to go and look at that again. But for right now, I think my game plan is going to be probably lure a little bit more towards like this area right here. So if something like that Des Moines tries to hug this island right here, or one of those battleships even, I'll be able to get an airstrike off on it, maybe, question mark. That's the current plan, so whether or not that actually works, we'll see. There is something in B. It's not in range of the Nevsky radar. I don't know why he thought it would be, considering it just started being flipped. And he's also not detected, at least as far as I'm aware. Actually, no, he might be detected. I guess if he was detected, it's fair enough. Although he must not be running concealment, because the radar difference isn't that big between radar range and concealment. And of course the 2501's not doing anything except submerging and being useless. So I'm just going to put a torp out like that. And if it hits, it hit. If not, whatever. I'm going to accelerate from that.
Torpedoes to starboard.
Those are definitely Shima torps. Yeah, there's CV Bastard Children planes right over there. $25.01. Not the Shima, those must have been Sommer's torps. That the Yamato is, that the fucking Iowa is still going to manage to eat, even though they've literally fucking been spotted. I think I might have underled those. Actually, no, they look like they might be okay. No, those are definitely underled. There's fucking these guys. I'm gonna have to deal with this Holland before anything else. His firepower is being pretty heavily limited here, so that's my saving grace right now, and also those torps, or maybe not. My firepower is limited now by the fact that he put out torps, but we're dark now, so that's okay. That's HE Delaware, or an HE something over there. And it's currently raining right now. I don't know if you can hear that through broadcast or not, but and of course, everyone's favorite balanced mechanic. It's fucking bullshit.
Problem solved, sir.
And he flew right in front of a Yamato to do that too. And that is in fact an HE Delaware, by the way. That Somers is like over there. No, if OBS is accurate, you shouldn't be hearing the rain on the roof right now, but it is raining pretty hard. But that's the beauty of broadcast right there, is you can't hear that shit. I think, like, this is just my impression, right? But so far, from what I'm observing, is Tromp is pretty heavily limited by the fact that its main gimmick is the airstrike has just such short range. I mean, it's not an impossible thing. Like, you can work around it if you like just kind of hug islands or something. But if you're any good at destroyers, not hugging islands should be more or less an instinct, like a hard instinct that that you just have. But in order to get the most out of these types of ships, or really particularly this ship, you do need to use those islands as cover. Because otherwise, you're just never going to be able to get into a safe airstrike range. Because with the amount of destroyers and especially submarines going around, it's just not a feasible option. Unless the enemy is just like mega dented. Which of course is always possible. And of course here comes everyone's favorite balanced mechanic over there. In the form of airstrikes. Which, speaking of which... I'm gonna put out those like that. We'll see how they do. 6 non-pens, by the way. That was fucking bullshit. And of course, we're back to being hard spotted. I don't even know by what. It's not the Somers, it has to be the Balau.
Awaiting instructions. Torpedoes, direct front.
And of course, there's fucking torpedoes just like right
Torpedoes,
there.
dead ahead.
Go. Oops. Let's see here. Really not in a position to do anything, because I just get so significantly outspotted.
Engine boost activated.
Guess right now I can try and get a strike off on the Schlieffen. And of course I'm hard spotted by the Summers there.
The enemy team has taken the lead. The ship is on fire. Problem solved, sir.
In engine. Am I gonna trade with the Sommers here? Yeah, I am. That's pretty funny.
Enemy destroyer foundered.
And also, these airstrikes that are its main gimmick, these are just like, this is what you get. I mean, this could also just be a product of me being bad, but this is the result that I've consistently had, even with landing a good drop on someone like that Amalfi. I mean, I don't know where they hit it. For all I know, it could have hit like the rear stern right there and hit nothing but armor. But from what I looked like, it also could be landing on top of the turrets, I guess. You really have to land superstructure hits to do really anything with these airstrikes. But I mean, I guess this game did last longer than the previous one that I just played, but I think this is kind of highlighting the problem, at least that I'm having with this particular ship, is that it's suffering the same thing that torpedo boats kind of suffer from, where it really doesn't get to do a whole lot without an enemy team that's just going to push into you, right? In this case, where, first of all, I just got outspotted, which didn't help, but where the enemy team just kind of kited away so significantly on this side, and then I just got pushed by a fucking submarine and a Sommers, and outspotted. It's really not an option to, it's just hard. You really can't play it like a normal, like, traditional torpedo boat, or really just like destroyer in general. And honestly, if that ram didn't happen, those torps would have been pretty good, but oh well. Unlucky for him. But right now, I'm gonna hold off on my final judgment, just because this is like literally my third game in this ship. I actually am going to try and play it more, and maybe see if I can get a build or a playstyle that'll work better, because clearly what I have now isn't working. So I'm gonna try and like shift. I'm gonna try and find something that will before I just start shitting on the ship. But for right now, know that the biggest thing that's wrong with this ship is just that it doesn't have smoke. Like, if it had smoke and the ability to farm from said smoke, it would be a lot better than it is now, because the smoke will, first of all, give you farming ability, but it will also make up for your spotting weakness. But like I said before, I will try and play this ship some more and find a build or a playstyle that'll work better, and then I'll post a video on that before I say anything final about this ship. But right now, if you're looking at this ship, just be aware that at least, I don't want to say this definitively, but it is, based on my impressions, a very feast or famine ship. like torpedo boats tend to be, except it's like a variation of a torpedo boat. But I'm getting ahead of myself here. That's gonna be it for today, and I'm going to go cry myself to sleep. Or actually, no, I'm gonna go watch some Ruby after this. But I'll be back tomorrow. So yeah, I will see you then, and hopefully it's not raining, and I'll be able to run my normal microphone and not broadcast in case my voice sounds weird. But okay, whatever. I'll see you tomorrow.